She's so fine. Hell of a hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Tuesday, March the 21st, 2023. As you can tell, this video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I had previously done the Concierge's interview statement to the investigative agent. And so in this video, I wanted to cover the administrator's statement given to the investigative agent. So I'm just going to go ahead and get on into it. His statement is rather short, and I'm going to give my opinion on it when we get done with this. It starts off with, I am the administrator of the Villa Casa Linda 32, Colonial La Playa, Residential Puerto Los Cabos, Fundadores Beach Club, in San Jose del Cabo, Baja California Sur, where I have worked for more than a year and a half. Once I observed on my cell phone the video circulating in social networks where two of the guests who had registered in the villa appear, where one of them, dressed in pajamas with shorts and blouse, possibly colors pink, white with black, and a light-colored cap, appears hitting another female person who was naked. The one who is hitting the other is the person named Daejhanae Jackson, whom I identify because I served as a translator on the day of the events when the authorities were in the village conducting the proceedings. In the video, it can be seen that the headboard is illuminated by the sun's rays. And due to the location of the sun's rays, I can deduce that it is between 7 and 8:30 a.m. since the bedrooms 1 and 3 are waterfront, and it is easy to deduce the morning schedule since the sun rises on the seaside, illuminating those rooms. Let's back it up. Okay, so he says he's the administrator of the villa. He's done that job for more than a year and a half. He goes straight into the video. Talks about the video. He identifies Daejhanae Jackson as being the one with the cap on her head. And he says he specifically remembers her because he served as a translator on the day that all happened, when the authorities were in the Fundadores Beach Club conducting the proceedings. He goes on to say that he is estimating the time to be between 7 and 8:30 in the morning because of the sun's position on the headboard. All right, let's keep going. He goes on to say that is the room number 3 because that is the only one that has a hammock outside of it, and the hammock can be seen in the video. Also, after 10 a.m., the sun's rays begin to reflect toward the floor of the bedroom, since there are some pergolas at the outside of the room. I can also say that in that villa, both at sunrise and sunset are very annoying. For that reason, the owner decided to place wood on the windows to prevent the sun's rays from entering. Okay. He says he knows that is bedroom number 3 because it has the hammock outside of it. And he says that's the only room that has the hammock, so there's no way it could be any other room. He goes on to say that he knows how the sun reflects onto the floor of the bedroom after 10 a.m. and that the owner of the villa, the actual owner, put wood up to try to stop that from happening. He goes on to say, I know this because I am the administrator of the villa, and on many occasions I have been in the rooms at that time of the morning. Finally, I wish to state that the villa was reserved from October the 28th to October the 31st of 2022. That is all I wish to state. Now let's get into this, okay? First and foremost, let me say this. This is the most bogus statement for an investigator to take. What this is to me is him being asked, hey, do you want to say something about this situation? And this being what he offered. Because there's not an agent in his right mind, an investigative agent, that would have left this statement as is. No way. No way. Now, all he talks about are the fact that he is employed by the Fundadores Beach Club and the fact that the rays of the sun reflect at a certain point on the headboard, and that he has identified Daejhanae Jackson as being the aggressor in that video. That's it, and that's all. What's very strange to me about this is if this were truly an investigative interview, he never mentioned anything about talking to the concierge, about the ambulance being called. See, there's a lot of things that the concierge said that are not mentioned in his report. And it had to do with him specifically. Just for example, the ambulance coming and him calling, the administrator calling the concierge and asking him if he called the ambulance. The call that he got that said that Shanquella Robinson was deceased. He got that call. He called the concierge. So he never mentions any of that. This, to me, is BS. But I will also say this. The person that took this statement is not the same person that took the other statement. Okay? The name and grade of the police officer for this report is Santiago Miguel Mariquin Giaz. That is not who took the concierge statement. That was investigative agent Million. So I don't know if it was the difference in the investigators, maybe the difference in the pay grade of the investigators. I don't know. But this to me is, I mean, he would have told this to somebody in the grocery store standing in line. Like, he's not really telling anything. There's a lot of stuff that is left out of his statement. And that really gripes my ass, to be quite honest. It leaves a lot to the imagination. The concierge's statement, very specific. The only thing that I didn't like about the concierge's statement is, and he did describe people, but he didn't use enough detail to describe some of them. And so that left a lot of questions lingering. Specifically, who is this couple? But I definitely wanted to bring this interview to the channel because I want to cover every single bit of it to the best of my ability. And this is part of it. This is part of the record. This was part of the 18-page packet that Ben Crump and Sue Ann Robinson spoke of. So there's that for us. I definitely wanted to fill you guys in on what I thought about that as well, because I think it's just BS. It's sloppy, poor police work. And this is a very good example of that. So I'm going to end the story on that note, but thanks for watching, guys.